Hey everyone, welcome to Plural Flavor, and today we are making zrazi. Zrazi are beef patties made with potato dough. This is a really popular dish amongst Ukrainians and Russians, and I mean, who can say no to beef and potatoes? These are pretty simple to make, so let's get started. For the ingredients, I have 7 medium-sized potatoes, 2 carrots, 1 egg, 1 large onion, 1 cup of flour, and 1 pound of ground beef. For spices, you will need salt, pepper, garlic powder, and 1 bay leaf. First things first, I'm going to bring a pot of water to a boil and drop my potatoes in there. I'm going to cook them for 25 minutes. While my potatoes are boiling, I'm going to peel and chop up the onion. I will add 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil to the skillet and add my onions in. Cook them for 5 minutes, occasionally stirring them on medium heat. Meanwhile, I will quickly peel and shred the carrots so I can add them to the onion. And of course, I like to use the larger side of the shredder. As you can see, my onions are starting to caramelize, so I will go ahead and add my carrots in. I will give this a really good mix and cook it for another 5 minutes. 5 minutes later, you can see some of my onions are starting to get a really dark brown color, and that's just how I like it, and that's my indication that it's time to add the ground beef in there. Of course, the next natural step is to mix in our ground beef with the carrots and the onions, and I will continue cooking this for about 15 minutes on medium heat. There is a lot of stirring in this process because beef likes to kind of become chunky, and you want to make sure to break all those big pieces up. So within the 15 minutes, I will continue to stir and kind of dab at the beef to try to break up the big pieces. Add the salt and pepper to taste. I'm using a little bit less than half tablespoon of salt and a little bit less than a teaspoon of black pepper. I'm going to mix in the salt and pepper and continue dabbing at the beef. I'm also going to go ahead and add 1 bay leaf in there. That way it gives the meat a really nice aroma. It's been 25 minutes, but I'm still going to poke a knife through the potato to make sure it's ready, and it is. So I'm going to go ahead and drain the potatoes and leave them to cool for about 15 minutes. Once the potatoes are cool enough, I'm going to go ahead and peel them and mash them. The goal here is to make sure that we do not have any big chunks of potatoes anywhere. We want to make sure the potatoes are very, very smooth. You can add the salt and pepper to taste. However, I add 2.5 teaspoons of salt and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. I do this gradually, so first I add some in, mix the potatoes, try it, and then see if I need some more. And that's what I really recommend you doing as well. And just be sure to mix this in well. I will also add 1 teaspoon of garlic powder to the potatoes, and of course I'm gonna mix it in thoroughly. Now I'm going to crack an egg in my potatoes, and then I'm going to follow that with about 3/4 of a cup of flour. The rest 1/4 cup of flour will be used when I'm making the patties. I'm going to go ahead and start mixing all of this, and I'm going to start off with a spoon, but that can only get you so far, so you're gonna kind of have to get your hands in there and mix this in all properly. Once everything is mixed in and your dough looks like this, nice and smooth, we are ready to start making our patties. I'm going to use a large regular spoon to scoop up the potato, and I'm going to roll it around and make it into a little ball. I'm going to dip my potato ball into the flour that I have left over, and I'm going to make an indent inside the patty, that way we can put our stuffing inside of it. I'm adding 2 large spoons of the ground beef inside the potato patty, but you see what works for you. It all depends on the size of the patty that you made. Then I will go ahead and close this up, and this is precisely why I love potato dough, because it is nice and soft and easy to work with. Now I just want to make sure that there is no openings, so I'm just gonna kind of pat it around and formulate my patty. I like my patties to be medium sized, so in the end it should look something like this. I'm going to repeat the process and continue making as many patties as I need to fit into my frying pan. Alright, let's get the ball rolling. I am adding 1/3 cup of vegetable oil to my frying pan, and I'm going to turn it on to a little bit less than medium heat. And of course, I'm going to just lay all of my patties out that fit on my skillet, and I'm going to let them cook for about 5 minutes. And after 5 minutes, I will go ahead and flip these over and cook them for another 5 minutes on the other side with a covered lid. After 5 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and flip these over one more time and cook them for another 3 minutes with a closed lid once again. 3 minutes later, my zrazi are ready. I got the desired color, and I'm just going to go ahead and serve these. The authentic way is to serve zrazi with sour cream. Of course, not everybody's a fan, so you can completely omit this step and just eat them maybe with some barbecue sauce, or believe me, they're just as delicious if you eat them plain. But just so you can see inside, it just looks absolutely delicious. Zrazi are definitely a comfort food. One of the reasons being that it is very comforting to know that I can keep this in the fridge for several days. I hope you guys really enjoy these. Please hit like, share, and subscribe, and check out my channel for more delicious recipes. Thank you for watching.